Hi, it's Heliod again. Just wanted to put my spin or my take on the whole motion gaming and is it going to be here 10, 15 years from now? My answer, definitely yes. And there's some reasons why I can say this without feeling, I feel about 99% comfortable that it's going to happen. It's not going away. We're going to see this become more predominant in the gaming industry. If you look at Wii, it really opened up the market for the motion gaming and the casual gamer crowd to actually start joining the hardcore. You got all the shovelware, but there are some good titles on the Wii. But the whole motion aspect of it, really drew in a larger crowd than what people expected. Um, and some gamers will say, "Oh, it's just a niche, it's a fad, it's a gimmick." That's not the case. These companies, Wii, Nintendo with the Wii, Microsoft with the Kinect, Sony with the Move. They're putting lots of money, and they're going to put a lot of their power behind it. It's not going anywhere, and mainly because if you look at the Wii, just start with that. The low entry of skill barrier that somebody has to actually get into Wii is so small that it showed the industry that it's possible to get this crowd of people that never thought of gaming, never were going to ever get involved in it, that it was actually fun. And especially when you got family friendly games out there that it's really applicable to them. Great for like holiday events. It's a good entry piece. Um, so that opened up the floodgate. There was other companies looking at the technology, but Nintendo beat everyone to the punch, actually hitting the mass market kind of distribution. They got to the punch and they got it in a family friendly way. Just snatched the spotlight. Fast forward a couple years, you've got Sony and Microsoft out there trying to push their angle, and they each got their own little spin on it. Yeah, they're both got their casual, but their take on it is so different. If you look at Kinect, my take on it, at least at this point, I haven't seen even remotely any game that pushes hardcore. So, unless they've got something up their Microsoft has something up their sleeves, I'm assuming that they're trying to cut right into the Wii market, and they want to do it by cutting down even more the skill barrier to get in, because now there's no controller, so it's just body interaction. Can you follow the prompts on screen? Um, which will be a great gimmick come for like Christmas or party events. It's a good way to get people in, and I shouldn't say gimmick because there's a lot of money, and I'm sure they'll push some hardcore games, but without a means of turning your character around, really get involved in the immersion of the world instead of an on rails experience, you're going to be very limited. So, they're trying to push that angle, the casual angle, at least right now, and it's gonna be swallowed up Christmas time. It's just gonna happen. Um, Problem is, it's not. I personally don't think it's gonna have as big of an impact as some say, mainly because the hardcore who already own 360, for the most part, they want a hardcore experience with it. They haven't. Microsoft hasn't shown anything, so that hardcore, the majority of the hardcore, is not going to buy into it. They haven't. They're not doing it yet. We're not seeing this. Um, but those that have a family, they have kids. It's a great way for that 360 owner, parent, or the brother, sister that has a family, and they might want to get their family involved. Kinect is a good way. So it's only $150 jump. But the new consumer, Christmas time, you're looking at a 360, even that I think it was like a 4 gig model that they had coming out with the 4 gig hard drive, the Slim, and then the camera, the Kinect camera. So you're looking at like a $450 investment. For a new consumer, that's a huge investment. And we've seen how the steeper the investment is, the entry price, how that impacts sales. Look at Sony. A couple years back, PS3 $600. how did the sales go? Really good for that price point, but in comparison, no. It's just not going to have that critical mass takeoff that they want. Uh, Unless they somehow sell some killer app, that's going to happen. I mean, hardcore, there's lag, there's all those features. Casual, they'll eat it up, but when they go to see that price, once they walk away from that demo kiosk, it's not. They're going to be blown away. They're going to see 450 if I want to. If I don't have anything, they're going to be like, no, sorry. Um, Unless they tell little Johnny or one of their daughters or sons that that's all they're going to get for Christmas. So moving on. Then there's Move. Their angle, I'm more partial to. I'm a hardcore gamer. I like the family experience, which Move is giving, and it's already similar to an experience that you get on the Wii. With the handhold device. You got the nunchuck. So, it's a similar experience. But the main thing about it, its selling point that Sony is really trying to push is the precision for the hardcore gamer. Yeah, they've got their kiddie games that are going to be coming out, but that's just the holiday season. Um, Going into the beginning of next year, got some great titles coming out. They've got the Killzone 3, which hardcore. Uh, you're a die-hard hardcore person if you like a Killzone 3 game, especially your shooter. From what I understand, the accuracy on the Move is like a mouse for like your computer, and super accurate, which FPS lovers are going to go crazy over once they get in their hand. You could buy an accessory piece if you want, just to get your gun feel. So you can buy the gun accessory. I've seen a few of them on like Amazon and a few other websites. But the thing is you now have precision like a mouse on a console for FPS game. Hardcore you're selling it to, and typically if you're targeting the hardcore, they may have the PlayStation Eye already, so the price of entry is a lot smaller. I've hear all this stuff about $180. If you want to buy for everyone in the family, the hardcore person isn't going after everyone in the family. They're going after their gaming experience. So they may or may not have an eye, but even then, one Move controller, the eye, you can buy the bundle $100, which you may not need to do. And the sub controller, another $30. Out the door, 140, 150. If you already have the Move, the iToy, you're looking at $80, 80, $90. And now you've got PC level precision on a console game, hardcoring it up. And then, you can expand as you want. The price of entry is really adjustable with the Move. So I think with that piece in mind, the hardcore getting bought up, you're getting all pieces in there in one. So I guess my closing mentalities was that motion gaming, it's not going anywhere. It's going to get bigger and bigger. You've got Sony hitting it from the hardcore, Nintendo hitting it, Nintendo and Microsoft hitting it from the casual and casual entry barrier. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon. That's just my belief on it with hardcore AAA titles on all platforms. I haven't seen something from Kinect, like I've said, but at least from two of the main console platforms, you've got hardcore titles, AAA. Lots of money's going in this. It's not going anywhere. Well, I hope you like my thoughts. Hope you agree, disagree, whatever. Please leave your comments below. Again, Helia, have a good one.